Good morning, computer.
Good morning, Commander.
Activate stream.
Done, Commander.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Prospero, Thunderchild, logging in for the day. Hope you're doing well. Whatever it is you are, whatever it is, wherever you are, I hope that you are having a good one. I'm logging in for the day. I'm going to be doing some work in City Skylines again. Going to be working on Brecon Bay. It has yet to be officially named. That is a placeholder name that we are using for the city until chat comes up with a decent name for the city. In the meantime, we're just going to hang out, have a little fun, do some city planning / building, and see what kind of trouble we can get into. I don't know how long I'll stream for tonight. It's just going to be entirely dependent on what is happening. So, hope you guys are doing well, and we're going to go ahead and let's get started. So, there we go. So, we've got the game loaded in now. I did get a new mod. It's supposed to add new pedestrian crossings on the roads and whatnot. So we're going into underpasses, overpasses. It's going to give us stairways and stuff. Not sure how it works yet, so we'll have to look into it in game. Other than that, it's just the normal everyday game. So we're going to load right back into Brecon Bay, and see what kind of trouble we can get into. So, fun times. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what's happening there. Oh, and deleting that made this go away. So, obviously some sort of glitch with the save game. But that's okay. We'll put it back. I'm pretty sure this was our... I'm pretty sure that this was our stone company. So, yeah, we're going to put that right back in. Alright, and it's back in. So we're going to let that run. Got a little pizza going on again tonight. What's going on here? There we go. You know what? Our texture mod didn't load in. Why, thank you. I'm a big Bill and Ted fan. I love the show or movie, both of them. So, thank you very much for the follow, and I'm glad to see you. Welcome aboard. How are you? Are you a City Skylines fan? Do you play City Skylines there, Logical? Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I play, I played a bunch of Skylines 1, and I've been playing Skylines 2 since release. I haven't even looked back at Skylines 1. So am I. So am I. I think that the game got a lot of it had a lot of trouble with reviews and stuff like that, but I've been exceedingly happy with it. Yes and no. I think that the gaming community in general, is very, very harsh and quick to review games. And I have not seen a single game release that has ever been flawless, or a game that didn't come out with a whole bunch of bugs that had to be patched. So, I've been a long-time gamer. 99% of all games that get released have to be like massively patched, because they're released when the developers run out of money, and they're not released when they're ready. So, with the exception of maybe one or two games. But that's just me. But I very much love City Skylines. So. Perhaps. I think I'm going to downgrade this road here. Generally not super picky about releases either. Yeah. And that's kind of my thing too, is as far as releases go. But in any case, I love Skylines. I very much am looking forward to when the DLCs start dropping. So very excited. I haven't quite. I mean, I'm really curious as to what DLCs we'll see first, and in what order and whatnot, and probably gonna end up buying a bunch of them. All right. All right, got ourselves a nice little highway that we're gonna base all of our farms off of. Can't wait to get that road builder tool. I think it, well, either no matter what side I put this on, it's going to end up in the way though. Maybe I'll just do underground. I don't know, we'll see. So the new road builder mod that's under construction, I've seen it shown off on City Planner Plays' channel, and it looks so good. I can't wait to get it. I actually checked to see if it was available in the store yet, and didn't find it. But I'm really looking forward to it, so I can create my own roads. I'm gonna make, because where I live where we have a 2 and a 4 lane highway like the one I just put down, but it has power and sewage running to it, under it, just like the other roads. So it'd be really nice to make road combinations that I know exist in real life. And honestly, if they made something to where you could, like, how cool would that be? Like, I feel like it would add to the game. It would add to the whole, like, planning and designing and city building if you could design your own street. If that was part of the based game, to where you could just design your own custom made streets rather than it being a mod. So I really, gaming companies have been known to borrow ideas from modders. So I think that it would be, I think that they should just subcontract the modder who's designed it to add it in as a game feature at this point. Whoops. That was unintentional. Did Economy 2.0 hit my city hard? It hit one of them extremely hard. So I have a couple cities. Let me show them off real quick. Bear with me. We'll say Brecon Bay. Because you're a first-time viewer, you haven't had a chance to see the plethora of cities. We're going to show them off real quick. I've got a couple. So we'll start with Ashland. Ashland's a pretty cool city. It is unfinished. I built a tourist area that is really, really cool. This is Ashland City. It started off right here. You might be familiar with the map. I think is it Twin Mountains? I don't remember. But this is the map. And of course you start off in this little area right here and you expand. I chose to try to expand, keep the high rises limited and expand all my high rises down here towards the waterfront. So I built a nice little waterfront with all the high rises. But up here, the city's powered by hydroelectricity. It has a little town that it supports the workers at the dam. So I figured the workers needed someplace close by to live when they work. So all the dam workers live here, and there's a backup battery or whatnot if the water level drops too low. But and then of course the airport, and I have to like fill in the farmlands and stuff like that. But of course this was pre-patch 2.0, so obviously these small few industries were able to support the whole city, because having just like 3 or 4 industries, we were making millions of dollars per hour. So that's why we have a bankroll of 15 mil. So this is post 2.0. So my favorite part of the city is the tourism area that we have here, with the roundabout and the fountain, whatnot. This was built mostly, this was 90% built without mods. So the only thing that was modded in was the grass and the terrain, and that was after the modding became available. The rest of it was done manually. So this is Tourism Island, and very much like it. I placed all the tourist attractions here, and I got rid of all of the traffic by putting up very frequent bus routes around the island, going to and from everywhere else in the city. So, and especially the airport. So that's Ashland. Prosperity City is a work in progress. This one's going to be Barrier Islands map. So this is Prosperity City. We did this is of course with modding. We did put a beachfront in. We took a little inspiration from the beaches of North Carolina. So we kind of have like a little beach set up here. Lots of suburbs and whatnot. And then, of course, our main city with a large Central Park area. So, and the airport sitting over here with a tunnel, rail lines coming and going from the cargo and from the 2 cargo points to distribute throughout the rest of the city. So that's Prosperity City. Not too much to look at. Now here is Bedford Heights. Bedford Heights is absolutely one of my favorites. And I know it's a stream favorite too. I usually, when I announce I'm working on Bedford Heights, the stream, I usually get a lot of people that want to watch. So this is Bedford Heights. It took 3 12-hour streams just to fill this lake from the stream here. We built a huge hydroelectric dam. Absolutely massive. We have a large Central Park surrounded by shopping again for our mixed density. Have a little college town over here. I believe it's 1200. Yeah, so right now it sits around 1200 and the efficiency is down to 45 due to low water depth. So that is something that I'll have to fix. But we're putting out 1200. We're exporting most of that. And then of course there's the city's layout. And then we have a couple small towns around the city that are basically supporting it. A little farming town and supporting all this industry around here. And then up here in the mountains, we have Sunset Peak. And I kind of imagine this to be kind of like if I had a little bit more snow and stuff. This map right here is waiting for a skiing DLC. Some sort of skiing patch where I can build little ski resorts for people to go skiing down the hillsides around in here. So this will definitely get a theme park. When we get a theme park update, this town here is going to get it, because this is a major. I foresee hotels and all kinds of stuff here. Robert Rives, hello, welcome to the party. Glad to see you. So anyway, and then of course, like I said, this is the college that supports it all. And this city is 138,000 pop. The other cities that we've been looking at, populations haven't quite been there. And then of course, so Bedford Heights is one of my favorite cities. But I have, of course, my flagship, my biggest city, 227,000 population, and still rapidly growing. Oh, okay. Well, I hope that is a good thing. I don't say the S word. S word is bad. It jinxes things. But I hope if that is a good thing for you, that it stays that way. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. I love it. This is, of course, Blackwood City. I apologize. It is the middle of winter in Blackwood City. So over here we have a water treatment area that services the entire map. A nuclear power plant that services the entire map and puts out electricity and sells it to the outside the map. And then of course the town that is supporting all the industry nearby. There's lots of little communities all over the map. Yeah. So there's lots of little communities here. We have a farming community. This was all back. This was most of this was pre 2.0 patch, believe it or not. So looks like we're having some sort of massive traffic accident here with one of the vehicles on fire. So, and here we have another college campus. I ended up putting a bunch of the colleges together to make it look like one big campus. So, and here we got the Central Park area with the waterfront, everything going on. And the game is running a little slow for me on 227 pop is quite the achievement here. So, large population. This waterfront I was particularly proud of because I built this before modding was available in the game. So the quay walls and everything were built by hand. They're pretty, for the most part, straight. So the waterfront was built completely without any mods. No anarchy, no nothing. Lots of terraforming. So and over here with modding, this college campus was recently added with some sports parks and ample parking for them. And then we have a town over here, Cypress Bluff, with the passenger harbor coming and going. And then another college campus right here. So, so for the most part, traffic is doing pretty good. So, like, even with the pop as high as it is, it's still. So, considering extending a peninsula right here and then putting lots of little piers inside of here, but we'll wait and see how that works. And finally, here we have the cargo port spaghetti. Cargo port spaghetti manages to handle all of the traffic flow for the cargo areas with very, very little traffic jams. It looks jammed because the game is just slowing down. But this is cargo port spaghetti, and as you can see, they can flow in. I've got traffic pretty much squared away there. I have two different cargo ports because I have each cargo area doing a different city connection. So, and then of course my castle, from which I oversee all of my town. We like to roleplay a little bit on the channel. We played quite a bit of Manor Lords, so I like to roleplay that this is the castle I built from Manor Lords. And my family still controls the vast city. So, yep. So, and then of course you can tell by my saved games, I have lots of other towns and cities that I build both on and off stream. So we just started Brecon Bay. It's probably 2 streams old. So if you wanted to watch the construction of Brecon Bay from the beginning, you can do so. Almost destroyed my castle when I found it. Yeah, same. So, the ruins. Yeah, so I keep the ruins on the map. Hold on, I'm going to adjust the music here, guys. There we go. All right, so, they're still pretty loud, aren't they? All right, that's a little bit better. So, when I find a broken down castle or whatnot, I'll leave it on the map until such time as I am ready to turn the castle into the repaired castle that they show in the like some of the landmarks, you can move them when you find them. Yes. So I keep if I find castle ruins on a map, I'll leave it there until I am ready to take the castles off and replace it with a repaired castle, a fully built castle. So that way I like to role play that I have restored it with historical accuracy to its former glory and then turned it into a tourist attraction. So all right, I am going to put, we're going to put a textile farm in right here. And we're going to put it facing this way. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this road here. Do they actually attract tourists? They do. They absolutely do. All right, let's see here. Tourism. Where is the castle? Medieval castle. 20 plus 20 indoor recreation. Attractiveness for tourism is 85. And when you place it, they will absolutely have people come and visit your castle. What about the ruined castle? Ruined castle does not have tourism. So I take the ruined castle and I leave it in place until such time as I'm ready to be able to afford to replace it. The upgraded castle costs almost, I think it's like 4 or 5 mil. That's a lot. So for me, All right, power's hooked up. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. We'll have to let Cuboid know that we gotta crash the desktop using his mod. That's okay. Fortunately, we have autosave. And it doesn't take but a minute to load back into the game. Let's see here. We'll get Skylines. So, yeah, that was my bad. I don't get a lot of crash to desktops at all. Usually the only time I get them is if I am doing some sort of modding shenanigans. And we were doing a modding shenanigan and we crashed. So we'll have the game loaded up here in about 30 seconds. All right, you got the autosave loading in here. We lost a tiny amount of work, but it's okay because we know what the problems were, so we can fix it a lot faster. Whoops. All right. Back to where we left off. This is right where we left off when we had the crash. Oh, that water just comes right up into there, doesn't it? That looks a little bit better. I like that. "13 out of 23 employees." I just placed that one though. 24 out of 37. So we're going to either need some sort of small town to support this population of these growing industries, or we're going to have to stop placing them. Still lots of demand for industry jobs. So it's got to be the distance from the city. Not enough unskilled labor. We're going to hold off on building any more farms, which sucks because I needed to put them in to pay for the tiles. But we have oil here and ore. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So we have a little bit of ore right here. We could put it like this. Could almost fit two of them in here. You like my roll design? Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Right now, my goal, that should, yes, kept it out of the ore. Right now, my goal is to simply get a town, or not a town, but to set up a town that is going to support my, I want to set up a town that's going to support my city build that I'm going to do. So my goal is to basically use this small town that I've built to support the city I'm going to build. And I plan on buying a bunch of tiles, laying the entire city out, and then building the city. It's not really the natural way to have the city progress, but that's okay. So I am looking at doing my build. Go away, clouds. So I am looking at doing the city build right here. This is where I want the main city to be. I'm thinking about putting in a port. So I was thinking about opening this up into a big natural harbor, but we'll see. But yeah, the city is going to encompass all of this right here. The train lines, the highways, the interstates, they all come through right here. This is where the city is going to be based at. So this is just the outlying town on the outskirts. So, Slurpee Capital, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the party. Good to see you. Do you play City Skylines, Slurpee? We have power. Might have messed that up a little. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna be missing some of it. I played the first one a lot. Skylines 2 has me disappointed. Well, give it a little bit. Give it some time. That's all I have to say. I am a huge Skylines 2 fan, and I came from Skylines 1, and I think that the way that the versatility of the road design alone has made the game worth it for me. So, even more so now that they're talking about now that we have the mods are making the game very much more playable. I'm wondering if we should build a small town in here, but I don't know. We'll see. So definitely having a worker shortage. I was really trying to avoid building a hospital, but I think our clinic is just overloaded. Yeah. Clinic's overloaded. I didn't want to develop this city or this town any bigger than it already is. There's a couple places I could put a hospital. I could move this post office and then build the hospital inside of this area here. But yeah, wanted to avoid putting a hospital in here. It definitely needs to be somewhere central, so it's got to be inside this grid here. It's got to be inside this square. We can't put it in here because that's where the park is at. This is the school. And this is all our residential stuff. I think there's nowhere to put it but right here. Which means we would have to move the post office. So we're going to move the post office to right here. We're going to eminent domain a couple buildings. That's going to suck. Oh, we have to unlock the hospital. Alright, that's my bad. Clearly, I did not plan that well enough. Might as well fix this. The only thing I could think of is sneaking the hospital in right here. It would have almost near direct access to the interstate, to the rest of the city. The other thing we could do, we've been talking about getting rid of these two streets right here. We could put the hospital back in here, and it would have access to the main thoroughfare. And we would only lose a couple houses. All right. And because of the way... Oh, time to ban somebody. Another one bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. Can't quite sneak that in there without destroying a building, but I think in this case it's probably worth it. What hospital would be complete without its own little parking area? Alright, we're gonna let the hospital catch up with all of the influx of patients. We're going to go ahead and rezone that. I'm going to see if I can't get a convenience store to pop in right here. $60-some. That's a convenience store. So now the hospital workers will be able to go across the street and get them something from 7-Eleven. Alright, so that's going to take care of the health problem. The death problem will be, of course, handled naturally as the health is caught up. 34 out of 92 employees. Yeah, we just don't have enough employees. We need to zone in more stuff. Pedestrian warning down here, or vehicle warning. Let's... Alright, we crashed the game last time we did this. Let's save the game real quick. And the game is saved. Now, I'm gonna fix this car problem we're having here. Or we'll just delete it, so it fixes itself. I don't like this corner here. I feel like it's too sharp. So we're gonna make a little nub here for a second. And there goes some residential. Time for me to go refill my glass, guys. Give me 30 seconds to hit the fridge. In the meantime, get up, get that blood flow going. No, we don't like blood clots on this channel. So everybody go use the bathroom, get a drink, and we will have a quick BRB. All right, we're back. As predicted, hospital took care of most of the problems. Clinic's down to 109 patients. It'll continue to drop, and once it does, we will turn it off and switch everything over to the hospital very shortly. Look at that. All the warnings have gone away. We look 2 little high rent warnings. And there's nothing we can do about crime. Oil, 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 oil. We love oil. That is going to get us most of the oil right there. Hey, got another milestone. In my mind's eye, this little farm here is like that one little farmer that's holding out against the big oil company that wants to buy his land. Excellent. No employees, but still excellent. Lots of hearts everywhere. I guess everyone's really, really happy. We were actually gaining more money per hour before we put the industries in. I wonder if those big high-rise residentials have filled up yet. Traffic's getting to be a real problem here. Okay, that smoothed it out one way. Alright, I think we got it licked. I think we fixed that traffic problem. Traffic's flowing freely and good flow in both directions. It was a hell of an influx, though. But it looks like it's handled. 68 per hour. Yes. So we'll just let it run a little bit. Let some of the buildings upgrade. I think once I actually get the city up and running, I'm going to turn this area here into a college campus with a waterfront. Alright, I've unlocked the crematorium. Theoretically, the graveyard should be able to handle this, but I'll go ahead and put this building in, I think. But is there room to put it next to the hospital? I don't think there is. That's what I should do, is hide it back here by the hospital. No one's using this parking lot. It's just a waste of money. I accidentally deleted my road. Please, somebody at Paradox, add in Control Z so we can undelete accidental deletions. Alright, so we have our road back in. We're gonna put the funeral home slash crematorium in place. Alright, that should help take care of the hurts. It's just fire trucks. Monthly balance is 436 per hour. Or per month, I'm sorry. So 436 per month, which means if we buy tiles, we can unlock these and still have like half of our money. And I feel like if we unlocked them, we'd have enough land to be able to actually like really start getting going on a big city. The hardest part, of course, will be the fact that we're still not going to have any outside city connections. But we're farming all of the resources we need right now. And we would need 1.4 million to do this. Power lines, they do come out to here. So, with the power lines coming all the way over to here, we could actually build a town right here. We could district this, build another town and district it. The other thing that we could do, because we never did hook this rail line in, but we got stuff in the way now. If we were to do it, we could build a town here, have the rail yards installed here. We got a train just sitting on the tracks doing nothing. What the heck? Wow. All right. Anarchied that. Hopefully, there we go. Fixed it. That was a heck of a little map bug, but we got it fixed. But yeah, we could build a town over here. Could extend this, build another street over here. So if we were to buy, because we need to have access into the town. So if we were to buy the tiles that we needed to pull this off, we would need 2.5 mil. We would be able to afford the tile upkeep, but we would have to be very lean with our buyings. But we could build a small town right here. And I'm kind of tempted to do it. All right. Well, like I said when I started, I didn't know how long I would be going for. I don't know, guys. The only issue we're having at this point is our crime. Is it at least getting better? Let's look at let's check in with the police station. 502. We need a prison at this point. We need a prison. Why are so many people in the city turning to crime? Let's do this. Let's take a look at our budget. We doubled the police budget. Let's see how things get along. Turned up the game speed. In fact, we're going to turn the game speed all the way up. The only other thing I could think of doing would be to place additional police stations. And I don't want to, but I don't think we have much choice. We're going to put in a small station back here. And then we're going to put another small station in. Well, let's hold off. Let's see how that affects things. We are seeing a drop in the number of arrested criminals. And I'm hoping just having additional cars on the road patrolling is going to slow down the crime. Lavandus, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Hope you are well. I have a little surprise for you. Good, I'm glad that you slept. Crime wave is as bad as ever. We had to break down and put a hospital in. Then I had to put a crematorium in. Now I've added a second police station, and crime is just as bad as ever. We also added in a ton of farming, and we put in some more industry, and we do not have enough workers to work it all now, so I had to stop. So we either buy the surrounding tiles here and really develop some high-rise areas, or we can build right here because there is a power line that comes this way. So here's what I'm thinking. If we build a small town out here, we can build a nuclear power station. And if we build a nuclear power station, I'm thinking somewhere like right in here. But if we build a nuclear power station with a town to support it, we would be able to send all of the power from the nuclear station into the rest of the city and export whatever we're not using inland. So I could district this as its own district, put another district here, and build a power station. Full police instead of another one. Need a lot of money plus tile upkeep. Well, I did the math on it. So here's what we were talking about doing. Right now, math-wise, we're pulling in $450,000 per month. So $440, right? If we were to build a brand new town right here, we would be looking at these tiles. $280 thousand per month. So we would basically be cutting our income in half on tile maintenance alone. We would have to build the town and then put in all of the support services needed to run that town. And it would cost us $2 million out of pocket just to buy the tiles. So we can afford the upkeep. We can afford the tiles. We would just have to build a brand new town, get it self-sufficient, and then buy this tile right here, this final tile, and then build a power station to supply power to the big city we're planning to put here and the town here. And I think in order of things that need to be done, we definitely need the power station before we build the city. If we build the city, we're going to be on external power, and we'll be paying for off-map power. So I think it's better that we, at this point in time, decide on what power plant we're putting in and then putting it in. We could put in the gas power plant, or we could, but here's the other thing too, not to like keep changing the subject. If we do that, we have to figure out which power plants to use because we have access to several industries. However, we can't build a dam, so a dam is out. I was thinking another nuclear station. But we could do a gas because we have oil supply on this map. We have coal supply on this map, so we could build the coal plants. I have not attempted to do geothermal. And there is water supply here. Are we importing electricity? I think we're probably importing a little. So let's check and look. Yeah, it looks like we are importing electricity, so we are long since outstripped our ability to produce electricity. So we're using more than 100% of our electricity. So stay over there, tornado. But anyway, so that's kind of what we're thinking. You have enough. No, is the grid. Check the inside. Check outside connections and grid. So for the power, we would, if we put the city right here, we would have a power point. So there's only the one way out, but we know that we're going to have to run a major power line over to here because we're putting the city on this side. So I'm thinking if we were to put a nuclear power station right here, we could run a power line across here and into the city over this side. So this city over here would be get power. This city here would get power, and then we would export power this way. Now, on to more important things. Sir Levandus, first of his name, keeper of the Horn of Rohan, I have decided that you should henceforth be anointed Sir Levandus. You are now a mod on the channel. Please do not abuse the power. You now have the tower to type /ban, and to help fight back the hordes of bots that attack the channel every time we stream. So, Use your power responsibly. Yeah, but for the most part, I was going to hit you up on Discord a little earlier. I'll talk to you next chance we get on Discord at some point, and we'll discuss modding and stuff like that. I don't necessarily particularly care about cussing too much on the stream and in chat and stuff like that. So, for the most part, as long as people aren't being dicks to each other, I don't care what they do in chat. They start being dicks to each other, you got to pull out that ban hammer. Welcome to Modhood. $21,000 per hour. And we cannot raise that. So, yeah. Yep. Now, I would like at some point to thicken these trees up a little bit. And then put in a bunch of logging businesses back here. So we can get a paper mill going. Honestly, I could get a paper mill going now. The other thing that I could do is buy these surrounding tiles right here. Finish off running this road around it. And then build more towns. So that's another thought. If we finish this road here, brought it around, built neighborhoods around there, we could turn this into our high-rise area. But we would have to redo the highway right here. I'd have to bring this in a little bit closer so we could fit the major intersection in. And then have it come out this way. And then have this as our city. And then keep all of this rural. But just a thought. This would be a cheaper option too, but I really don't want to do that. Honestly, I want to downscale the zoning right here and right here. I want to put all the high rises and stuff over here. And then I want to turn this farm here into a college. Get rid of this farm and the trash dump here. Fill this all in with neighborhood. Put all of the forestry industries out here. Build another little town right here. Maybe some more forestry in here. And then have my city all right here. Have my city all right here, and then maybe have the cargo harbor right here facing this way, so that way the ships could come in this way, come around to the cargo harbor and come back out. But that's gonna cost a lot of tiles to do that. So, because somebody didn't put the sea lane in when they made the map. Oh, okay, the fire truck's unseen. I was about to say, where is it? Meanwhile, this house burnt up. Parking lot's filled in pretty good. So we're at 1.3 mil. So we have to decide what we're doing. I wish I hadn't bought this extra tiles right here. I bought them thinking I was filling them in, but only to find I couldn't fill them in because I didn't have enough population to do it. But you know what? We can fill it in. I hate having parts of the map that are not being used. We have been in need of a regular college for a while now. I can hear you already, Sir Lovin. 2 libraries! I got you. 2 libraries. Now we have a college. And if we're going to put the college there, we might as well put some student housing around it. You're going to make a macro for libraries. Damn it. All right. We've got some housing around. Man, this is turning into a city. I really wanted this to be a farming town, but it is turning into a city. But hopefully the housing closer to the industries will provide more people to work the jobs. And it looks like that's the case. Yeah, because I'm watching employment numbers kind of start to go up. Here comes the inevitable traffic jam of everybody trying to come to our city. We never did put in that bus depot, did we? Yeah, it should be. We only moved the building like twice. Yeah, mail's doing all right. Let's see how the police is doing, though. Still slightly overloaded. Our jail cells, designed to hold 25 criminals, are holding 501. Just a slight overcrowding problem. Four out of 10. But on the plus side, we're not seeing half as much crime as we used to. So hopefully now it'll go down. Oh my goodness. So I had moved the post office to right here earlier, thinking I was going to slip the hospital in right here, and it didn't work. So I put the post office back, but we have not been able to get anything to zone in there. We had low density office buildings there previously, but I think I'm just going to fill it in with some commercial and be done with it. DJ, how are you? Good to see you. Hope all is well with you. Ooh, okay. I can't wait to see it. And roundabouts. Ooh, okay. All right. In anticipation of further policing needs, I have added yet another police station. I have a superior tier, and I'm using the two smaller ones as satellites for now to see how it works. And I'm hoping all the patients that were in that clinic are going to move to the hospital now. No, I'm not going to put a helicopter on the hospital. Internet should be okay still because we had plenty of coverage. I'm not going to... Yeah, roundabouts... I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them, to be honest. I'm not feeling so hot, though. I ate some supper. I've had plenty to drink all day, but not feeling very well at all. I'm going to do a quick BRB, guys. Dan Lop, thank you very much for the follow. I very much appreciated. Welcome to the party. Hope you're doing well. Do you enjoy Skylines? So, there's our coverage. You might be right. We probably could use another tower, like, say, like right here-ish. I don't want to drop a tower in the middle of the neighborhood, though. So what I'm more likely to do would be to upgrade this one right here to a bigger one. Just popped in real quick. Can't hang out because at work, so I followed to catch you next time. Sure thing, Danlop. Just so you know, I know that you have to run. I stream at different times and different days because I have a rotating work schedule. I hope to catch you next time, but I usually am a nighttime, overnight streamer, so because I work night shift, so I maintain my sleep schedule by staying up all night. So hit notifications so you know when I stream, because I have a different stream day every day. Every week, I mean. Alright, we got the large comm tower. Let's go ahead and throw it in here. Nice. Cool thing. Catch you later, Danlop. We're going to lose some length on these buildings here. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. Yeah, so we're going to lose 2 buildings, but I didn't plan on keeping big buildings here anyway. Let's check our internet now. Yeah, baby. We are happening now. Say goodbye to your sweetheart. What do you think, Sir Lovin? You think we have enough internet coverage there? Oh, goodness gracious. All right. I'm going to take my quick bio break and see if I can't find some meds so I can start feeling better. I am going to BRB. Nope, there wasn't a single red building. Everything was a high neon green. All right. When you get a second, Sir Lovin, check out the news banner. Interesting on that high school there. Dropout rate is 11%. You know what? The news banner across the top up here. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to make a habit of making different news alerts every stream. I'm sure we'll get repeat stuff eventually, but in the meantime, there should be a news story up there that catches your eye. $106 patients. Really wish I could fit that in right there. I'd like to delete these two streets and put that college in right here. Dum. The other thing that we could do is bring this road up a bit and make a small town right here, make it its own little municipality town, and then put some more industries around here. And it would have the look of having its own little township. Yellow alert. That is going to be a thing. Guess not. Nope. This one's a little bit more densely packed. Yep, there it goes. It's kicking off. I think we'll be okay. I miss the days of wildfires burning down whole cities. Those were the fun days. Oh gosh, that one wildfire that we had up in Prosperity City that burnt down like whole square blocks. That was amazing. That was a wonderful fire. Although the tornado that came through town here wasn't that bad either. That was a pretty good tornado. In fact, that tornado reminded me of Skylines 1 tornado. In terms of just damage. Wow, look at all the people like laying down and hurt. What the heck? An ambulance got in a car accident? Oh my god, the ambulance got in a car accident and there's just people all over the place. They're all just like laying down hurt. Holy crap. Oh, he's homeless. Traffic accident. Ambulance inception. Oh my gosh. And they're all hurt right in front of the fire station too. They're happy they got hit. They're happy they got hit by an ambulance because they're about to get paid. They're gonna sue somebody. All these pedestrians that got hit. This ambulance just went right off the road and hit a bunch of pedestrians. I would hate to be that EMT. He's just lost his job. Talk about a disaster. We're gonna update the news headline here, I think. Are these counted as separate traffic accidents or all as one? 6 casualties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So let's see here. We're gonna update that. Brecon Bay ambulance goes off-road and strikes 6 pedestrians. All right, it is in the news. Brecon Bay ambulance goes off-road, strikes 6 pedestrians. More at 11. Here comes a fleet of ambulances. Oh my gosh. A fleet of ambulances to help with the casualties. Wow. And a couple hearses. The ambulances are just carrying everybody to the hospital now. Oh no! One of them died. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. One of them died. Edna Richardson died of her injuries on the scene. I was just enjoying the drama here. I'm sorry. I know I got lost in it. So Edna Richardson has died as a result. That's truly a shame. Hey, now you want to see while we're waiting, we're going to use this as our testing ground here. I downloaded a new mod. So I downloaded a new mod, and it has pedestrian stuff. Pedestrian underpasses. So now we can build little tunnels underground. Which is really neat because that'll take up some of our traffic. But the other thing that we could do is we can build pedestrian.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. The Fire and Rescue Service reports that fires are currently spreading in the nearby forest. The billowing clouds of smoke pose a serious health risk to anyone nearby. At this time, all citizens in the affected area are instructed to immediately move to a safe distance until the situation is under control.
I mean, it's not pretty right now because I'm not worried about pretty. But now we could build like some halfway decent looking pedestrian stuff. It still doesn't look as good as that one city that I did though. Not like to toot my own horn about it or anything, but I still feel like my Ashland City pedestrian park area with the fountain is still the greatest. So at this point, what do you think? Should we build the town over here? Prioritize residential and industrial expansion. But here's the thing, the more we add of that prior to getting a power plant up and running, the more we're going to spend on importing power. And we are at the limits of what we can produce power-wise. So the next thing we do has to be a power plant. The question is, what kind of power plant are we building? And where are we going to build it? Well, I mean, that can't be helped. That's part of the game, is earning enough money to build those things. Keep developing nuclear tiles. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. So if we were to do nuclear, I really think I would want to put it here. So we would need 2 million for that, plus the power plant itself. And the power plant, if I remember correctly, it's 5 million. So with 2 million plus 5 million is 7. We'll round it up to 8 because it would yeah. So we're looking at 8 million plus the however much we need to put in services for the new township over here. Although, if we do that, if we built the township, we would need another 2 million. So we're saying 10. We're going to say 10 million. We'd have to come up with 10 million. Loan limit is 4.6 mil. So we would have to save up 10 million for this plot to build both the nuclear plant and the town that supports the nuclear plant. So we would need 10 mil. But who says that we have to put a town in? We could always put the town in later. And instead, we could just buy the one tile here, which we can afford now, and we could just put the nuclear power station on it. And we would only need 5.5 mil. So we could do this, put the power station in, and do it at half the cost. We would still need to put in water sources. And then, of course, probably at some point, connect. But at that point, I would rather just do the whole 10 mil. So, I don't know. But I'll tell you what I could do. Since I'm not feeling so hot, I could always let the game run off stream one day to earn the 10 mil. Just save up the 10 mil. And then have the money to build everything at the start of the next stream. So I could save the game. I could save the game now, end the stream, go lay down. And then the next time I stream, which would probably be Wednesday night, I could get up in the afternoon, let the game run until it hits about 10 million, save it, and then come back to you guys and then do the build. So I wouldn't add anything, I wouldn't do any changes, I would just let the game run and then do the build. Let it run overnight tonight? No, because if I let it run for a full 12 hours, it'll be way more than 10 million in the bank account. I'd rather be able to get up and check on it. Plus, if I do it when I'm awake, I can read my book and then come and check on it every once in a while. But if I let it run overnight, Lord knows a tornado could come by, knock out some essential service like our power plant, we lose power. I wake up in the morning and everything is gone because nobody rebuilt the power plant and everybody moved out of the town and we're like 50 million in debt. So I think I would rather save it and then be able to check on it. So, and we're already at 1.1 mil. I mean, it won't take that long to get up to 10 mil. We could probably do it in an hour or two. So better we not leave the city unsupervised. If we leave such a brazen target like this against the disaster gods of City Skylines, they would for sure smite the city. So I'm not feeling well. We're going to go ahead and save the game and call it. That way I can just go lay down, take some meds. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Sir Lovin, thank you as always. I do appreciate you guys. Be good, be excellent to each other, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. End transmission.